The 53rd presidential election took place on November 5th, 1996. As Bill Clinton entered office, he got to work. He passed his healthcare reform plan, which critics called Hillary Care, and he signed an unpopular executive order that allowed gay people into the military. Wait, hold on, isn't that what the Navy's for? Yeah, coupled that with his financial and sexual scandals, Clinton wasn't very popular by the 94 midterms, and one Georgia congressman took advantage of that, Newt Gingrich. Gingrich rallied the GOP against Clinton and created the Contract with America, which outlined what Republicans would do if they took back the Congress and Senate. And over 300 candidates signed, and Republicans took back the Congress and Senate. Finally, they were gonna take down that weasel Clinton. Yeah, but like my past relationship, problems began to form. You see, Republicans often refused to compromise with Clinton and attacked popular welfare programs, and the party was split between moderates and conservatives. And one day they refused to compromise with Clinton, and which led to a government shutdown, which Clinton framed as blackmail, which, lost some support. With Republicans unpopular, there were only 3 people to fight for the nomination, like Bob Dole, a senator from Kansas and a Senate Majority Leader, Pat Buchanan, the Alex Jones wannabe from the last video, and finally, Steve Forbes, a magazine publisher from New Jersey. But Buchanan and Forbes didn't stand a chance against Dole. He was the establishment. Everybody knew him, and he would go on to wipe the floor with them both. And Dole would pick conservative Jack Kemp as his running mate. Man, I think the Democrats are scared now. Yeah, the Democratic National Convention was basically a whole dance party. Even Al Gore was doing the Macarena.
Crowd, I've been watching you doing that Macarena on television. And if I could have your silence, I would like to demonstrate for you the Al Gore version of the Macarena.
After the convention, Clinton got a huge lead, and he was easily renominated alongside Al Gore, his vice president. Now, remember Ross Perot, baby? He's back. Woo! Yeah, but he was below 10% and more cocky, like my ex-girlfriend. So Perot wasn't approved to be in the debates. In this election, this was the first time the World Wide Web was accessible to a lot of people, thanks to the dot-com bubble. Both Clinton and Dole had their own websites. Dole's platform was pretty simple, cutting taxes by 15%, balancing the budget, and family values, and a strong national defense. But Clinton had already done that and succeeded, and he already got some military cred with his airstrikes in Bosnia. So basically, for Dole, he was cooked. He couldn't run on any of those policies no more, and he couldn't really relate to Americans because of his hand injury he got in his time in World War II. And Dole tried to relate to Americans by doing this, which he just looked like one of those weird old people from those weird 80 commercials. And during his first debate with Clinton, he tried to say the country was doing bad, but Clinton easily, skillfully defended himself.
When I'm President of the United States, we're going to have a governor's council, and we're going to go work directly with the governors, Republicans and Democrats, to get power back to the people and back to the states.
I think a lot of people deserve credit, and I've tried to give it to them. But I believe that my plan is better than Senator Dole's ill-advised $550 billion scheme, which I'll say again will blow a hole in the deficit. Our plan will balance the budget and grow the economy, preserve the environment, and invest in education. We have the right approach for the future, and look at the results. It is not midnight in America, Senator. We are better off than we were 4 years ago.
But unlike any presidential candidates, Clinton respected Dole. But instead of questioning his age, he just questioned the age of his ideas. Which, honestly, that's pretty base. I couldn't really argue against that. So, now we get to the moment you've been waiting for. The results. Drum roll, please. Bill Clinton won 379 electoral votes, and Bob Dole won 159 electoral vote. Bill Clinton won 49.2% of the popular vote, Bob Dole won 40.7% of the popular vote, and Ross Perot won 8.4% of the popular vote. Last time an independent ever done good like that. Bill Clinton won, remaining the 42nd president of the United States.
Yeah.